Welcome back to the North American Star League. We are joined by Naniwa. Naniwa, you said you always wanted to be a StarCraft commentator. We're going to give you a chance.
What? No. I never said that.
I was just teasing, man. He's gonna answer a few questions for us. Of course, he is playing against Genius in the Sunday ShowDown. So, Nani, how was your flight, man?
I'm not sure if that's a good first
You really want to know?
I'm just trying to have some fun. You didn't enjoy your flight?
I enjoyed the flight, but I didn't enjoy the time between the flights. To wait 10 hours, man.
I'm sorry about that. But now you're here. How's your time been in California so far?
So far, so good, but it's really cold. I was told it would be really warm here.
Yes,
so
I think I lied
I'm
about that
very
one.
disappointed. Everyone said, I don't need a jacket. It's so warm here.
Oh,
No, it's colder than Korea.
It was supposed to be very warm, Nani. I think actually you brought the clouds with you. I think it's this whole dark persona. When Naniwa comes, the sun disappears. Oh, just kidding.
So be him, brother. So you're here to play a PvP series against Genius tomorrow at the Anthill Pub in Irvine, California. Talk to us a little bit about how confident you're feeling in your PvP these days.
I'm pretty confident, but I don't know about the maps. They're quite old maps. So we'll see if I can adjust properly. But since it's PvP, the maps are not the most important thing. I beat Genius 3 out of 3 times so far, so I hope I can do it again. It should be possible.
Do you have, can you tell us just a little bit about, what is the metagame, the Korean metagame for PvP right now?
The metagame is to try to squeeze in some expansion in the build, and then try to barely survive all the all-ins and the pushes and so on. It's still very new, so like all-ins obviously still work, but that's the metagame.
One of the more popular all-ins these days that's starting to show up a lot in on the other servers is this 1 or 2 Colossus push without Thermal Lance. What do you think about that build? And
in PvP?
are you, yeah, in PvP. Like,
it's like a super quick Colossus, and
yeah,
then
I did
like
it against Genius in GSL.
Okay, and which map did you do it?
Ohana.
Yeah, I think Ohana is one of those.
If you know they expand, then it's an extremely strong build, but there are expansions that can hold it, but it's really hard. I think it's a great build, but it's like the 1-1-1 for Terran. It worked really, really well for a long time, but then eventually you realize exactly what units you needed, and it's not impossible to fend off.
Is it a build that you have to do blindly, or is there a way to be sure about that expansion?
No, of course. You can incorporate your own things in the build, like when to scout and so on. Like have a push before you make the Colossus or whatever. So it's not like you have to do it blind, but there are some advantages with doing it blind too. Like you can get the perfect economy by not scouting or whatever. So it depends how you want to play.
You played Genius several times in competitive tournaments or like in official matches, but do you also play him sometimes on ladder or like in custom games, or do you really only practice with the guys in your house?
I probably play with him on the ladder, but everyone uses the barcode ID. It's like literally every player, every player in StarTale has a barcode ID.
Oh my god.
Some of them have even like 2 or 3. No joke.
What's your AKA? It's like another barcode.
Yeah, but when I lived at MVP, it was a while ago though, like half a year. I played with Genius a lot, but ever since that, no custom games. It's still like, even now I'm unsure whether my strategies will be leaked or not, so I just try to stick within the team.
Is he one of, obviously besides yourself, one of your favorite Protoss players to watch, or do you say like, well, he's good, but there are many others who I prefer, who themselves I prefer more?
No, I really thought Genius would win the last GSL, like against Dongregu. I really thought he was the favorite going into it. I was very disappointed when he lost, but Dongregu is an extremely good player, so I understand. But yeah, when I want to learn new things, I usually look to like Puzzle, Genius, and Squirrel. So yeah, he's one of those guys.
There's a lot of really good Protoss players in the StarTale house. Do you feel like being there specifically versus being in one of the other Korean houses has helped you grow a lot as a player? How much does that have to do with your great success these days?
I don't think their skill is what really helps me, but it's more, they're one of the more motivated teams. Like they didn't have so great results in like the beginning of StarCraft 2. It was always like IM and Slayers. So they were the team who like practiced the most, and now finally their players are showing skill. So I guess I'm kind of happy that I got like in that wave. Just got to be a part of it. And well, I was there as the first team house I was ever in Korea. And I always liked it way more than any other team house. Like they're a bit older than other, so it's not the same as like youngsters who don't know English and so on.
You told me in the car that in StarTale it's not uncommon for players to have a 17-hour practice day.
Well,
like
it's not straight, but basically they just play. There's many other teams that like play Diablo 3 and HON or LOL or whatever, but I've never seen that in these houses.
Well, you just said that the starter house is probably your favorite house you've seen, or at least the favorite house that you lived in. But you've seen our practice house right now, Naniwa. What do you think?
Yeah, you're having some good steps. MrBitter explained the situation, and I agree with what he's doing so far.
Okay.
But it's really hard because you're the only one in the US, and there is a big problem with that. You don't have any other teams to practice with without delay. And
we are pioneers, Nani.
It's true, but
in 3 years, that entire neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly, but that's in right. 3 years, man.
It won't be one house, it'll be the whole street.
Someone has to be the first. You'll probably have your own house in 3 years if you keep going like you do now.
We'll see. Perhaps not in 3 years, but like 10 years.
Okay, well.
I'll be a coach then.
If you ever want to coach, you can come coach with us. Naniwa, do you have any shout-outs or special thanks or anything at all that you'd like to say to your fans, your viewers at home, or to people that don't even know you?
Well, don't even know me. I don't know about that.
Like maybe there's like a law
maybe
fan
they
watching.
Should go
He's
watch
like, who's this
StarCraft 2?
guy?
That would be nice. I would like to tell all the European pro gamers to stop playing Diablo 3. It's really making me sad that they're playing that game. Especially Cloud. Stop playing Diablo 3, man.
Oh, Carlo.
Thanks to my team, Quanic, and congratulations on Sase for winning his group in Red Bull.
All right.
That Brotos love.
Naniwa, thank you so much for your time. Good luck tomorrow at the Sunday ShowDown at the Ant Hill Pub in Irvine, California, guys. If you want to come out and meet Naniwa, it'll be at the UCI campus, Irvine, California. Doors open at 4 p.m. Naniwa, we'll see you there, brother. See you. Short commercial break, and then our next game.